Allingham, the Virtual Weber Bullet. Today I'm going to try using Weber Grate Grill Cleaner on the cooking grate of my Weber Smokey Mountain Cooker 18-inch smoker. I've never used this product before. It's a product that I probably would never buy, except that I went down to Lowe's and I saw it on the shelf for $10.49 for a 16-ounce bottle. This is not the kind of product I would typically use because I am frankly an easy off guy. This is $3.87 for 14.5 ounces. And you know, despite the fact that it smells terrible and it's not great to get on your skin, it gets the job done. It dissolves all the grease and the smoke, and at least it loosens up a lot of the baked on gunk, and with a little scrub and a wash it comes off totally, and I get a perfectly clean grate. And I like to do that because as a blogger and a YouTube video creator, I like to have my grate looking nice and shiny clean every time I start cooking. I know that's not important for a lot of you at home, but if you ever watch a cooking show on television, you notice that all their pots and pans are shiny and new. Well, they like it to look that way in video, so I do too. So that's why I use this, and this is not sponsored by Easy Off, and nor is this experience going to be sponsored by Weber. So I'm just going to give this product a try and see what it does. Now, how do you use it? Well, it says apply it to a cool grill grate and other areas that are soiled with grease. Allow the cleaner to penetrate the grease for approximately 1 minute. Now, when I use the oven cleaner, I let it sit for about 15 minutes. So 1 minute seems to be like a miracle, but you know, that's what it says. After the 1 minute, remove the heavy buildup using a Weber heavy-duty scrubber or a Weber grill brush, which is sold separately. I don't have either of those. I have this old school guy. This was called a Grill Wizard. This what used to be the #1 best recommended grill brush by Cooks Illustrated back in the day, but the dude that made these out of Cupertino, California, I don't know that he's selling them anymore, but it's a great grill brush that uses a stainless steel scrubbing pad, and I love this thing, and it still works great. This is what I'm using today. So spray it on, let it penetrate for 1 minute, scrub it with the grill brush if necessary, wipe it clean with a wet paper towel. Now, my grill grate, of course, has two sides to it. This sounds like this may clean the top side, but then not necessarily the bottom side, so I would end up flipping it over and trying it on the other side. The main point of this test today is just to see whether this actually does anything when applied for 1 minute and then scrubbed off with this guy right here. So let me get set up and we'll give it a try. So here's a photo of what's in this stuff, the ingredients list, and although I don't really recognize most of it, I really don't know what it is and how harmful it is to anything. I know that oven cleaner is not that great, and so I always apply it and then I wash it off in the sink with soap and water afterwards. But apparently with this stuff, you're supposed to basically spray it on and scrub it and then just wipe it off with a paper towel. But to protect the inside of my cooker, I have put a garbage bag over it and then a white one here, so you get a better contrast between the grate and the background, so you can see what I'm doing here. So it says apply this and let it sit for 1 minute. So let's give that a try. Give it a thorough spray all around. A lot of it's going right through the grate, of course. I'm going to have a big puddle of it on top of this garbage bag in a minute. It doesn't have a very wide spray. It's a pretty concentrated point of application, so I feel like I'm actually wasting a lot of it, to be honest. Okay, so let's wait 1 minute and we'll be right back. Okay, it's been at least 1 minute, so let's give this a scrub and see what happens. In case you're wondering, by the way, what is this? This was grilled chicken halves that were on this grate. They've been sitting on here this grease has been sitting on here for a couple weeks, actually. I never got around to cleaning it off, so. Well, my first impression is that this is actually doing much better than I expected. It is certainly helping me get off the big chunks. One thing I like about using oven spray is that it helps to dissolve the smoke that usually settles on the edges of the grate where the food isn't really at. And I can see that, in fact, this is doing the same. Like right in this spot where I'm scrubbing, I just scrubbed off some smoke residue there. There's some tough stuff in the middle here that's not really coming off, but that would not be unusual for oven cleaner either. A little bit harder to clean off on these handles, but I see it is coming off on the handle as well. So that's where I'm going to stop at the moment. Let me go get a paper towel, a wet paper towel, and we'll wipe the surface off and see what we think. Okay, back with a wet paper towel. Just wipe this off. I mean, it certainly takes off the residue, you can see. It does leave behind some of the chunks that are on here that it did not loosen and did not come off with the scrub. Change into another clean paper towel, just give it an additional wipe. I mean, this certainly, look, this is working better than I thought it was going to work. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over and do the other side, and I'll show you how that turns out at the end. Okay, so I have finished wiping with the wet paper towel, and just for clarity, I've put another fresh white garbage bag here so there's better contrast between the grate and the background. It was covered with grease and black stuff, and it was kind of hard to tell whether the grate was dirty or the bag was dirty. So, fresh bag, and you can see here that this did a pretty decent job. I would still take this in the house and put it in the kitchen sink and scrub it off, which I will do, but really honestly, this product has exceeded my expectations in terms of its ability to clean as well as the oven cleaner did. So I should mention, you notice that I use this with my bare hands. The packaging says to not drink this and to not get in your eyes. It doesn't say anything about wearing gloves. My hands do feel a little bit tingly, but not as much as they do when I use the Easy Off. So I maybe should have used gloves, and maybe you should too if you use this product. Bottom line is that this Weber Grate Grill Cleaner worked a lot better than I thought it would, actually. I don't think I'll be switching to it because it is quite a bit more money than Easy Off. It does seem like I had to apply an awful lot of it. The way the spray pattern was, most of it seems to have gone through the grate, not onto the grate. I guess that's also true with Easy Off, but there's something about the spray pattern on Easy Off that seems like it applies quicker and maybe uses a little bit less than this product did. But did it do what it said it would do? It did. It did suggest I use a grill brush. That's not something I would normally do. And I suppose I could have tried that with this, just apply this on both sides and let it sit for a minute or maybe 5 minutes, and then take it in the house and do my normal in the sink scrubbing process. But I wanted to follow their process, and their process does seem to result in a grate that is fairly clean. So I got to give it a passing grade, I guess, but I don't think I'll be using it moving forward. I'll probably continue to use Easy Off. Okay, here's the finished product. You can see, extremely clean, just as I like it. So the Weber Grate Cleaner did a good job at getting most of the stuff off of here, and then my normal, sink washing routine did the rest. So I have to say the product was effective. I don't think I'll purchase it though, because it is quite a bit more money than Easy Off, and that's what I'm used to using. So if you want to give it a try, feel free to pick up a container for $10.49. You can get it at most hardware stores that carry Weber accessories. You can also get it on Amazon.com. I'll put a link in the description of this video where you can find it. I should also mention, by the way, that I want to remind you, I've got a barbecue shopping page on the Virtual Weber Bullet. I'll put a link up on the screen and in the description of the video. And I've got all my favorite barbecue accessories and thermometers and cutlery and parts and kitchen gadgets and barbecue books listed on that page. If you go check it out, anything you purchase there helps support the Virtual Weber Bullet, so I would appreciate that very much. I should also mention that I've got a page, I'll put the link up for that page. It also contains links for the common replacement parts for Weber smokers. So those are all linked to Amazon, and again, those purchases help support the Virtual Weber Bullet. So I'll put the link up on the screen and in the description. You can check that out too if you need some new cooking grates or other accessories for your Smoky Mountain Cooker. Well, I hope you found this video useful. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you very much. Please like and subscribe to my videos. It helps other people find them. And until I see you next time, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.